All right, guys, here's the plan for the day. We're going to take the skid steer, hook it to the grader, and see if my new controls work. Any predictions, Captain?
I predict I crash this thing.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, first thing first this morning. See if we can get this old girl hooked up here. Unlocked. It unlocks so slow. Alright, we'll be back in 15 minutes. There we go. We're off. Got it. Shut that off while you hook him up. Get my fancy little power cord hooked up here. This is like nicer than factory. It's gonna be really embarrassing if this don't work now. Oh, almost. All right, you ready? Moment of truth. Oh. I think we're good. All right, guys, this is what we got going today. This is a new parking lot. What would you say it's probably 250 by 150 maybe?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. But the company that was working on the road was using this as a staging area, and they put millings on it. They were supposed to come in here with a grader and grade it, and they didn't. They just come in here and busted it off with a dozer and a skid steer. It's got a bunch of whoop-de-doos and whoop-de-don'ts in it. It's technical terms for bumps. So we're going to go through here with the grader attachment and see if we can get this thing buzzed off to where it's a little bit flatter, and then we're going to come back in and roll it. So let's do it.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. It's got lots of whoop-de-doos and whoop-de-don'ts. Let's see if I can give you an example. Oh, here's one right here. Okay, here's a whoop-de-doo. See how it crowns like? That's a whoop-de-doo. And see if we can find a... See if we can... There's one right there. And this... Well, see, now this here, that's a whoop-de-don't. So, that's what he's trying to take out.
Alright guys, just to give you a little bit of my thought process here. If you look off to the right, you can actually see Jerry's dozer tracks there where he buzzed this thing off. They're going like that. I'm trying to go the opposite way, and basically I'm just trying to cross them up here a little bit and take as many. If you go across it that way, I'm just trying to exit out, get as much, just get a different angle on it, I guess. Whenever they graded this thing, they went left and right, and then whenever Jerry graded, he went back and forth. So I'm just trying to go the opposite way of everybody else. And what I ended up doing before the day was over is basically I came in and I exited this way, I exited the other way, hit the hoe pad twice, and then I come back and just ran a couple circles around the edge, and you guys will see here at the end. It worked pretty good, but I was just wanting to kind of explain my process of how I was going about doing this. I got a couple pretty more cool camera angles. We'll check those out real quick, and then I'll give you my thoughts on how well my new controls work. Alright guys, here's a little controller I built in the previous video you guys seen, and I will have to admit there's a couple of you guys that commented that I had it in upside down. And after using it, I think I'm going to have to agree with you. I got my up wrong and my down wrong. If I think about it, it's fine, and I got through the day just fine, but it's not natural. If you get in a oh crap moment or whatever, I do catch myself going the wrong way. It's the opposite of a dozer blade, I guess. The other thing you guys pointed out is I should have put the switch on top where I could reach up and grab it with my fingers. I have to agree with you guys on that one as well. I think you're right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the whole thing, rotate it around. That way the switch will be basically upside down. I won't have to rewire anything. And I should be good to go. But honestly, guys, for the most part, I couldn't be happier. This thing makes that grater catch attachment the cat's meow. I mean, the attachment is awesome. And this control here was just the finishing touch to make it a really, really useful piece of equipment. I'm tickled to death with it. Is it the blade don't come up perfectly level? Is that annoying? I wouldn't say it's annoying. It's a little aggravating sometimes. Once you kind of figure it out, it's not really that big of an issue. Having my control switched around the way some of you guys had suggested would probably make a bigger difference than anything. But guys, I am tickled to death with it. I'm tickled to death with the machine, the controls, and the grater. This thing is just really, really, really a slick combination. I don't know if I would pay $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $17,000 for one for what I do. I don't think I could justify that cost, but like I said before, I got between $3,200 and $3,500 in it. It's worth absolutely every penny of that for me. I've already got my money's worth out of it, and I got a lot more jobs lined up for it, so I'm pretty pleased. Alright guys, like I said before, and I think you can see from this video, I am extremely pleased with the grater attachment and the controls. I've got a few little tweaks I like to make, but I'm getting close on it. This is the first like really big area I covered with it. A lot of the stuff I'd done before was, you know, driveways and some smaller stuff, so it was nice to kind of get out here in this wide open spot and see how it does in a bigger area. It by no means is a true road grater, but for no more than I need a grater, by golly, it's going to get me by for a while, and I am tickled to death with it. So we ended up getting this pad buzzed off here, and I decided I got it done ahead of Kleeman. Kleeman hopped onto my homemade roller here, and a couple of you guys have asked me to do a video over this contraption. I know Yankee's one of them, and guys, I will. We haven't been at the shop. It's just been busy. We've been out on jobs getting stuff done, so whenever I get some time this winter, I will definitely do a detailed video over that build and what all I got going on there. But basically, I'm just kind of tormenting Captain Kleeman with the drone here. That area he just went through just got filled in, so it's a little bit soft over there. So it rides a little bit rougher there. But the rest of this thing, the landowner was absolutely tickled to death with the way this thing turned out. He was ecstatic, and I was honestly quite surprised how well it turned out myself. So guys, we're going to call this one a wrap and move on to the next project. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, and if you want any cool Dirt Perfect stuff, check out dirtperfect1.com.